Hello and welcome back. Well, I ordered my parts for the steering column. If you saw the previous video, if not, go back and watch that a couple of videos ago. Steering column went out, but it didn't go out. The gears on it seemed like they're wore out. That's what it seems like. So I went ahead and got the whole kit. It was only $35. So it's got the new steering column, has the gear like I need. It does look different than the one that's on there. This is an older mower, in case you're just seeing this for the first time. So if you are, I hope you like and subscribe. So we got the steering column, and we got this flat gear, I guess you can say. So the steering column comes down and goes into that. This turns the rod that the axle, front axle is tied to, makes the front wheels turn. So we got that, and then the assorted screws and stuff that go with it. I'm not sure what that one's for. It doesn't fit in there, so I'm not sure if that's for, yeah, anyway, maybe got an extra part. So we're gonna have that right there. I can use for something, drill bits, something like that. Yeah, something. All right, come on in for a closer look. All right, I know it's hard to see, but if you can see in there, there's the steering column coming down. So that is the one I would think is wore out. But I'm also wondering, because there is a lot of play in that right there. In this one right here. A lot of play in that. So now what we got to do is look at getting to everything. So I'm going to have to drain my gas tank. It's got, right before this happened, Robin put like a half a tank of gas in it. So I need to either drain that or pinch that off or something so it doesn't leak all the gas out. And then I just cut this strap loose and pull that out, and then I've got to take this loose. The steering column's going up through that. I take that loose, and the steering wheel. So I'll probably start with the steering wheel. Came down here to see what all tools I need, so I just think I'll go up here to my toolboxes and bring them down. All right. Hopefully everything I need to fix this is right here, but I doubt it. So first thing we're gonna do is take off, or attempt, there we go, take off the steering wheel. Let's see here. That. Yes. See what that does. That was pretty easy. I think I'm probably going to need another weapon. That would be the old WD-40. Alright, smidge in here. See how that works. And we'll go ahead and put a smidge down here. I know we're going to need it. And I'll end up needing some on the bottom. So, let me get my mat out. It's a must for working on these rocky driveways. Where's that thing at? There it is. I don't know where it's at up here though. I think I got some on it. Wind up jacking this up a smidge. A lot of smidges going on. I'm gonna go ahead and douse everywhere. Because we just don't know how long it's been. You know, I may be able to just take, once the tank is off, I may be able to just take this one off right here. That would be interesting if I could just do that. Just got the ignition key. We'll see what it looks like when we take the tank off. Under further review, that would be a lot. So, give that a second to soak in. Boy, let's see how this works out. Well, haven't been off for a long time, has it? Try not to tear my fuel line up. Huh. Oh. There it comes. Well, I thought I was wrong. She spit a little bit out. Spit it out, just won't come all the way out. There it is. Wow, it's got muck in it for sure. Probably gonna have to do a few of these. Got my dog Romeo down here. What are you doing, Rummy? Got him in the shade. Doodle dogs. Y'all don't know much about them. Smart dogs. Lovable dogs. That's why we call them Romeo. And they want to be around you all the time. It's like when they're not around you, they're depressed. He's really a mama's dog. Robin's the one that got him from the rescue place. And he loves me, but it's all about mama 24 hours a day. Spilling some of my gas. Is what it is, though. Oh. You can tell I don't do this for a living. The old Great Value coffee can comes in handy in the pinch. That's why I don't throw stuff like that away. The problem with that is you have a bunch of these things sitting around everywhere. If I ever get my garage, or I'm sorry, my shop, those will be put to use. We're almost done here. I wanted to just clamp this off. I've got a pair of, what do you call them? I call them vice grip clamps, whatever they are, but I can't find them. Yeah, Robin filled her up right before this happened. We're almost to the bottom. I thought that was going to be it, but I'm going to have to do it one more time. We are out of shop rags, which is not good. All right, I think it's at the end. We're at the end enough. Just let that drip down for a few more minutes. Well, all right, I forgot to film taking the tank out, which, no big deal there, huh? All right, so now we've got the shaft exposed. 2 screws holding that in. I'm thinking I need to take that old bracket out. That's what I think. Because that be nice if that gear would come off. I think it's time to try to break this loose. It's got a Phillips screw on the bottom of it, which I've got the new one there in the box. So I'll have to go get me a big pair of channel locks to try to hold that just to break that loose. The only reason I'm thinking it may be tough to break loose because, again, it's an old mower. So I'm going to have to jack up the front. I could barely see that up under there, so I don't want to take the deck off. So let me see what I could do just by jacking it up. See if we can get somewhere like that. Okay, got the tank off, and I just took this shelf out. That's where the fuel tank sits, and I started to unscrew the steering column, and it's being a bear, of course, which I'll end up getting to it. But I have decided to try to get this gear wheel off, this flat wheel here. Try to get it off because there is a whole lot of play going back and forth. Maybe there could be a washer or something that's wore out down there, or something that's keeping so much play in it. Because I mean, it'll move over a 1/2 inch whenever you go turn the wheel, which may be normal. I don't know. I'm not a lawnmower expert, but I'm gonna go get my impact wrench and get these two here taken off and try to get this one off, but it's may have to hold it from the bottom because it's just turning around and around. So let me get let me get this taken off, get that screw out, then we'll work with the wheel. Okay, I've got that gear out, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. This hole in the middle appears to be elongated, and it doesn't look natural. It looks like it's been worn that way, worn down by the mower use. And the bolt coming through from the bottom, if you look from where the head is at, where my thumb is at, about halfway up, the threads are wore down. That's not a good sign. But I'm still going to go ahead and change everything out. I'm hoping that it'll work good enough to where we can mow the grass. I really don't want to put the mower deck back on the John Deere if I can keep from it, because I'm going to be putting the backhoe on here pretty soon. It gets in the way of the digging. I mean, it'll work, but it kind of gets in the way. You have to compensate for the deck being on there. So I'm hoping if I get everything changed out here that it'll at least work good enough. I may have to try to, I don't think my bag of goodies that came with it, there it is. No, it does not have a bolt in it, a new bolt in it. So I may have to go get a new bolt. That's not good. But we'll see what's going on. That might be the reason that it had so much play in it, because it wasn't tight enough. It can't be exactly all the way tight, or it's not going to have any play in it. So, got some figuring to do here. All right, this is several hours later, and it was a bear getting the steering column out. So I had to go get some bolts, because the one that came out of the centerpiece looked pretty bad, and this hole is oval instead of round, so that may be the whole issue. But hopefully I can get it to work right. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and then put the shaft in, and hopefully this thing's going to work. Well, this is the next day, and my camera messed up on me when I was filming, working on the lawnmower, and missed out on just about on all the reinstallation. I think it showed where I had the one flat gear in there, then it showed me putting in the shaft, And then that was it. And what happened was the next frame that I filmed, I guess you could say, something happened to the file and it corrupted or something. It wouldn't read right on the computer. So yeah, so what happened was, it was a rough time. I think it showed me where I had come back from the store and I got my bolts and everything. When I put that shaft in, when you saw me putting the shaft in, right before it went off, there was a plastic piece I put on the shaft, and that's to kind of stabilize it when it comes up through that bracket. I got it all installed and got the bracket screwed back on and realized I had it upside down. I had to take it all back out. So, but that was all supposed to be on film, but it wasn't. So I ended up cutting grass. I'm down here at the bottom now. I cut all from the garage all the way down here. I had to adjust it 2 different times. The first time I put the shaft in, it has to be lined up. There's like an indentation that it slides into, and I guess I didn't have it all the way in there right. So when I tightened that bolt that I bought from the store, it seemed like it was tight. Well, I went to start cutting grass and I was all the way up at the house, and all of a sudden the steering wheel just went whoop, and it went steering. So then I ended up tightening it down too tight, and even I couldn't even turn the steering wheel hardly. So I knew Robbie wasn't going to be able to. So backed it off just a little bit, and from that point on, it worked good. It worked really good. So $35 in about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. I got it fixed myself. I don't know if it was done right, but it got done. So at least we get to keep using the mower. See, it's an old mower, but man, I tell you, with the way it's, at least you remember a while back, if you're a regular listener or watcher, I changed the spindles out and put new blades on it, and man, I tell you, this thing is cutting. It got a really good cut on it. Makes our bottom down here look really nice. So we don't cut real low anyway, because there's so many dips in our yard. It's not, you know, not smooth like a golf course, but so we keep it up on one of the higher settings, or if not the highest setting, and but it does a good cut. So all right, that's gonna end this video. This is the did I mention this is the next day, next afternoon? It's about 2 o'clock the next day. So I'm going to end this video. Success, we got it all taken care of. Now I'm getting ready to do a bunch of weed eating. But man, it's got to get done. We're supposed to have rain. It may be raining here in about an hour. My weather app said between 3 and 5 o'clock we can get some rain. And the wind's kind of picking up a little bit. Clouds are starting to move, so it's possible. And then starting tomorrow, all the way through Sunday, there's a pretty decent chance of rain off and on, which actually we need it. We really do. The only part I hate is it makes that grass grow. That's kind of like wintertime, you know, when you're sitting inside during a snowstorm, it looks nice, but then you got to get out and shovel it off. All right, well, I'm gonna get off here and get to work. And thank you for watching. We really appreciate y'all watching, and hope you come back and join us again on the next one. God bless.